Let's talk about it slow key, and I say I am Mr. Superfax. Today's topic, I know that I live in a simulation personally. I can only speak for myself. Um, what is a simulation? I just feel like a simulation is an inorganic anything like an inorganic reality, right? So whereas if it's like there's forces beyond your control, there's powers beyond your control, there's some sort of, third party organizations that has a hand on your, reality. You know what I'm saying? So to give you a perfect example, I mean it's shown itself to me, the simulation shown itself to me my whole life. But the other day, so my fucking car is leaking coolant, right? And the other day I pulled over at the gas station to refill it. So I took the cap off and I put the cap like I put the cap like on the floor, like next to my foot. And I'm putting the coolant in the car or whatever. And then like it was like windy. It's been super fucking windy. I fucking can't stand the shit. And it get like the wind starts blowing, so I look down at the cap. And I see the cap blowing away, and then I go to grab it and I look away for a second, and then I look back and the cap is completely vanished. When I tell you, I looked around the whole parking lot because I got a fucking it's a um it's like this big ass thing of coolant. I need the cap for it, otherwise it's gonna spill everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of need this cap. So I'm looking for the cap. I looked around the whole entire area that I was in this parking lot. It was a big open space. And when I tell you, I spent like 15 minutes looking for a fucking coolant cap, and it just vanished into thin fucking air. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So some people will call me the typical whatever after they hear something like that. But when certain situations happen to me, I give the simulation a nod. I just give it a head nod, and I'm like, okay, I see what we're doing. Thankfully, I had another bottle of coolant, so I just took the cap off of that and put it on there. But I this is something that I've seen it with my own eyes. How does something just vanish? How does something just disappear? I searched the entire parking lot, the area I was in. It was all flat surfaces. The cap couldn't have blown too far away, or nobody was around me to pick it up and put it in there, do anything. Like, no one was around me to pick it up. And I was just like, wow, and it was like, I don't know if it was a situation where, some Final Destination shit where it's like you just constantly getting held up. You know what I'm saying? I was in the middle of trying to go see somebody, and I was like, let me just get some gas and let me, make sure I got my coolant filled up. So, if you don't have coolant in your car, your fucking radiator gonna blow the fuck up, engine gonna overheat, you're fucked. Your life is cooked. So, just trying to stay on top of things, but I'm trying to do something in a hurry, and it's just like literally 15 to 20 minutes, it delayed me, and I'm just like, what was the reason for that? Was it to delay me from some dumbass shit? Was it to just, to taunt me? Because most people on a spiritual level, everything, for me, everything goes back to spiritual. So it's like, and I feel like when we had a conversation about the simulation, I feel like everybody lives in their own simulation. Everybody, um, lives in their own, everybody's in their own video game, you know what I mean? And even when we talking to each other, we're like, you know, it's like I'm Mario and you're fucking uh Link and shit. Like we're like completely different video game characters coming together. But I feel like when we had a conversation like a soul family or a soul tribe or whatever, you know, then we'll be characters within the same universe. But then when you're dealing with people that's like, you know, just you don't get along with, they're nothing like you know what I mean? You don't have shit in common, then it's kind of like characters from completely different. It's like, you know, Superman and Batman coming together. They're from two different I'm capping. It's like Batman and Thanos coming together. Like they're from two different, completely different universes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my whole life, the simulation has showed itself to me. It's always been situations where the Matrix is like, you know, begging me to pay attention to it, man. And I just feel like, you know, we're all in our own video game, and you know, I feel like the way you conquer it is you have to acknowledge it for what it is, and you have to accept it, and you have to accept it for what it is. You have to accept that, you know, we're not living in an organic reality, and you have no control here. You know, let's just call it what it is. You don't have any control here. If you think you control anything down here, you're delusional. Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that you can do is like just, you know, figure out your passion, your life path. Like what would you do for free for the rest of your life? You know, for me, that's like music or uh, you know, like just helping people, you know, music, helping people, um, constantly learning new shit, you know what I mean? So that's the type of shit that I'm into. I'm about helping people. Even when I go apply for a job, I just don't want to do some regular shit. I want to do something that I can help people or help animals. I want it to be productive. I don't want it to be just, you know, walking around fucking Costco in circles or Walmart or, you know, Amazon. I mean, God, I feel so bad for the people that work at Amazon because it's like, bro, you don't love yourself. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but if you would subject yourself to just, you know, like, bro, you don't love yourself to working for, you know, and every job fucking sucks. Every job fucking sucks. You know, if you're not getting paid, you know, like if you haven't monetized your talents or your gifts that the creator gave you and you can't make a living off of that yet, then, you know, life is going to be fucking miserable. Let's just tell the truth. You know what I mean? You know, and so I feel like a lot of people have their own like bosses. So a lot of people, a lot of us have our own Bowsers, you know, to conquer, to defeat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're like meshing. So I'll go in your video game, and I'll see all the enemies you got and the bosses and the final boss or whatever, and I'll try to help you defeat them. But if you ain't right, if you haven't upgraded yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I love this metaphor, because this life really is a fucking video game, bro. It really fucking is. If you haven't put the work in, right? If you haven't went out into the world within and without, because you know, as within, that's that boy, Delonte in the building. What up, Jay? What's good, Waterstone? That boy Delonte fresh out. Fresh out Pelican Bay. Um, yeah, so if you haven't put the work in, man, if you haven't gone around, explored the map, you know, paid attention and collected all the shit that you need to upgrade, you know, your spirit and your knowledge and all of this shit, then when somebody tries to help you out, you're not going to be prepared, man. You know, you're not going to be ready to defeat that boss. You know, that's how I feel about it, man, because I feel like I had so many people come in my life, and there's so many people that's like they just not in my life no more, but they were just great teachers. And some of them I was ready to accept the knowledge and their assistance in this video game, and some of them I wasn't. Let's have a real conversation, and that's how it's gonna be until the day, until the day you run out of life. So let's have a real conversation, until you run out of lives, and the creator restart the video game. The creator gonna take the cartridge out of that motherfucking Super Nintendo, right? He gonna blow on it, no diddy, and he gonna put that bitch right back in. You gotta start it. You gotta start at the first level, man. And that's crazy how they did my boy Mario, man. They had that nigga twerking. I ain't even know, man. They had that boy Mario twerking on a pole. That shit was a violation, man. Mario deserved way better than that, man. Growing when you a kid, you like, oh, you gotta jump high, you gotta jump to the top of the pole. That nigga was it was looking like King of Diamonds. It was looking Mario was looking like he was at King of Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't make no sense how they violated my man Mario, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy how they did my boy Mario, man. Mario one of my favorite characters, man. Mario need to sue for fucking some shit. I don't even know. Pain and suffering. They fucked up his image because when you grow up and you realize, oh shit, Mario know what to do on that pole. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel for, I was gonna get a haircut today, but I just didn't want to waste it. Every time I go to the barbershop, that I'm just giving away $60. So I said, let me hold on to that. She said Mario was just a plumber trying to make it. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Nowadays, listen, man, Mario had an OnlyFans back then. We just ain't know about it. Mario had an OnlyFans back then. It was a lot of weird shit. When you break down, and then the tunnels, like he was going through them tubes and them holes and shit. It was some weird shit, He was addicted to fucking mushrooms and shit. It was some weird shit. It was some trippy shit going on when you analyze Mario as an adult. And and I just saw the Mario movie, like the animated one, a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Luigi. I thought Luigi was the older brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck was Luigi at to be like, Mario, fuck is you on, nigga? Fuck is you on? I can't claim you, dog. I can't claim you. He said he was a simp trying to rescue a heifer that only gave him a kid. Man, Princess ain't throw it back one time, man. Princess ain't throw it back. Well, she ain't make it clap. She ain't, she ain't make it clap on a handstand, nothing, man. She ain't even let Mario put the tip in, man. Hello, yay! Nigga say that bitch life how many times she ain't even let him put the tip in. That's just diabolically drastic. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said she didn't want to be saved. Yeah, Princess Peach, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna double down on what Delonte said. Princess Peach was a fucking heifer. Okay? She was a habitual pretending to want to be saved heifer. That bitch ain't want to be saved. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a real conversation. Nigga said she gave that coochie to Bowser. Yeah, but she said she had all the Bowser babies. What episode was that? And when the fuck was that? And I see that nigga Hurricane. That nigga Hurricane was busy this week. That nigga was hurt. That nigga Hurricane was out in the streets defacing Tesla, allegedly. Nigga brought an RPG and some graffiti to Tesla and put in work, allegedly. So yeah, I gotta get up out of here. I got a delivery to do, but like I said, I think that we're all in our own little video game, man. And I feel for the people that, just I see people's potential, man, on some real shit. I see people's potential. I'm not perfect. I ain't shit. I said a million times, I ain't shit. I'm not perfect. But it's like when I interact with somebody, over a course of time, I see like their potential. I see their soul. You know what I'm saying? I look You know, when I talk to people, I'm trying to talk to their soul. Like I don't really do the small talk, surface level bullshit. I don't have time for it. And this shit is just heartbreaking when you're talking to somebody and you see how beautiful their soul is, but these demons in the matrix got them in a fucking chokehold. Let's have a real conversation. And there's nothing you can do about it. And they'll tell you to your face, you know, like, and it's the truth. But they'll tell you to their face, I'm not gonna change until I want to change, and that's the truth. And that's why I say you can't wake nobody up, you can't save nobody. The only thing you can do is, you know, just try to be there for them, you know, when they need help. Let's have a real conversation, man, which is fucked up, but you know, it is what it is, because I got people in my life that I really care about, but if we having a real conversation, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I care about them more than they care about themselves, you know. And these are people that I genuinely have real love for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not perfect, but if I'm in somebody's life, I want to be an asset to them. I want to show them every time I get around them that I care about them with my actions, you know. But it's like, you know, when I'm learning at 33 years old, because, you know, I used to be a piece of shit, bro. I used to be a piece of fucking shit, bro. Was you ever a narcissist, not even realizing you was a narcissist? You're like, oh shit, I was a fucking narc. Oh shit. You know, and it's like so I used to just, you know, I used to think that when I say stuff, because they say actions speak louder than words, so I used to think that words, you know, were on the same level as actions, right? So I used to say shit. I used to tell, you know, people I was in relationships with certain stuff or whatever, friends, and I thought that my word meant something, but it didn't. But it didn't. But now I'm realizing that your actions don't mean shit either. Now I'm realizing your actions don't mean shit either, because you can show people that you're there for them all day long, every day. But at the end of the day, people are going to treat you how they want to treat you. And it don't matter what you say or what you do, you know? And that's just where they at in the video game, in the simulation. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like I used to just talk a lot. I used to talk a lot. I was a yapper. I was a Low Key T was a certified yapper. I was a Hall of Fame yapper. Correction, right? I used to just yap, you know, tell a motherfucker I love them, but don't do anything for them. But then I was like, you know, real life happened. I said, oh shit, I don't have nobody to depend on anymore. It's either literally die or fix myself, right? So fix myself, whatever. And then now when I have, you know, but then I started showing people with my actions that I truly care about them, that I truly, you know, truly love them and shit like that. And it still get treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? Not playing a victim. I don't want nobody's sympathy, nothing like that. But I've realized, oh, okay, these people are going to, like, if somebody is locked in with you, you know what I mean? If somebody is locked in with you, it's gonna be easy. They're gonna communicate with you. They're gonna be honest with you. And it's gonna be it's gonna, you know, it's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work, and it's gonna be an understanding is basically what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So we out here, we're video game characters. We out here we out here fucking, we in the Marvel universe fucking with Double Dragon and shit. We out here dating motherfuckers from the DC universe. Okay, I'm over here. You the fucking you the fucking road runner trying to fuck on Princess Peach. It don't work. You have to find somebody, if you're lucky enough. You have to find somebody, not just an intimate, like platonic, whatever relationships that you're gonna potentially cherish. You have to find somebody that's within the same video game as you, because, you know, that's just the beginning. It's like when you go to, like, when you start up any video game like Dragon Ball Z or whatever, and then you like got all the characters like Mortal Kombat, and you got all the characters right there, and you could pick which one. You know what I mean? Like, we out here fucking around with people where you gotta fucking put a whole nother disc in the damn console just to see some other characters and shit. And that's where we fucking up. That's where we fucking up. And I've been saying this for the longest, but this is just a different way of saying it. Our souls deserve better, and I'm gonna leave that there. You know what I'm saying? Our souls deserve better. And if somebody don't want to grow and evolve with you, then you know what I'm saying? You gotta take that cartridge out the fucking console and just chuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Throw it in, drive the fucking drive to the nearest reservoir and just throw that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of it. All right. Appreciate everybody chiming in on the conversation. It's low key, and I am. You know who I am. And I'll catch you on the next one. You know, and don't let the simulation, like, you know, like I said, like, something happened to me. I was in a, like, something bad, like, it's just immediately following something that, like, just fucked me up emotionally. Immediately following something that fucked me up emotionally, I drove somewhere and I just parked my car. And then this person, like, made eye contact with me. This person, like, walked past, like, just imagine somebody walked in front of my car. This person walked in front of my car and he just gave me, like, the most devilish grin I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I knew what it was. I already knew what time it was. It was a situation where, you know, I lashed out and I allowed the devil to win. I lashed out. You ever have somebody give you a devilish smirk, a complete stranger? That's what happened to me. Hold on. So if you really spiritually awake, you'll notice the most subtle messages, right? So this guy walked in front of my car, and a complete stranger. And before that, like, he was parking his car and he, like, honked his horn at me. When he was next to me, he wanted me to pay attention to him. And then he walked in front of my car and he made direct eye contact, and he looked at me, and he, like, it was like this laughing, like this most just demonic laughing grin. And I was like, oh, okay. It was kind of just like confirmation is what I'm trying to say. It was like confirmation. I was like, oh, okay. You know, like, I allowed the devil to win or whatever. I allowed the demon, like, the demons threw me an alley-oop and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I slam dunked it, you know what I'm saying? So, but nobody's perfect, and every now and then a motherfucker gonna crash out. Let's have a real conversation. Every now and then a nigga gonna crash out, man. It is what it is. It's not healthy, but it is what it is, all right? But that crash out is serious. You know it's bad when you crash out so bad, don't nobody talk to you. Niggas stop texting you. Niggas stop calling you and shit. You like, oh, shit. Oh, when they crash out, it's okay. But when I crash out, oh, okay, it's different. It's different. Oh, okay. All right, then.